Hi guys, this is Sarva. In today's video, we will talk about Scrum and Scrum events. Ken Schwaber and Jeff Sutherland, both from US, came out with Scrum as an alternate development model to systems and development world in the year 1995. This video has Filmora watermark. I paid for Filmora, still the watermark is showing. That is being sorted out with the Filmora support team. However, this watermark will not be a disturbance for the viewers. If I wanted, I could have removed it using some other ways, but I did not want to do. Let's go. So Scrum. What is Scrum? Scrum is basically a framework. When we say framework, it is a platform for development, in short, right? So this Scrum framework is used to solve complex problems through adaptive solutions. It can be used by individuals, companies, organizations as they need. So coming to Scrum events, there are 5 events. 1. The sprint itself. Number 2. Sprint planning. Number 3. Daily Scrum. Number 4. Sprint review. Number 5. Sprint retrospective. Let us look at these events in detail. Now, let's look into the sprint. What is the sprint? A sprint is known as the container event of the remaining 4 events. Sprint planning, daily scrum, sprint review and sprint retrospective. So what happens during the sprint? During the sprint, any work that is required to achieve the sprint goal is completed during the sprint. During the sprint, quality is maintained or improved. Quality is never allowed to go down. So the duration of the sprint is 1 month or less. Some follow 2-week sprint, some follow 3-week sprint, some follow 4-week sprint, depending on their need. Sprint planning. Sprint planning is the first event in the sprint. The objective of the sprint planning is to create sprint backlog. Sprint backlog contains sprint goal, product backlog items chosen for the sprint, and the sprint plan. So let us look at these 3 items one by one. So when we talk about the sprint goal, the product owner briefs the team about what is the value the sprint can add to the product. Then the sprint goal is presented to stakeholders. Then coming to product backlog items. So the product owner has put the priority of the backlog items, and depending on the capacity, the developers choose the work they can complete during the sprint and they commit. This is number 2. Number 3 is the sprint plan. Sprint plan is how the work will be done is planned by the team. So in the sprint planning, the sprint team participates. They also invite people outside the sprint team who can add value to the plan. That may be from business or technical architects. So the sprint plan duration is typically 8 hours for a 1 month sprint. If the sprint is less than 1 month, then the sprint planning duration goes down. The next event is daily scrum. This is a recurring event and that happens on daily basis. The team during the daily scrum inspects the work done by the team in the last 24 hours and they see whether they are on track to achieve the sprint goal. If not, any adoption to the sprint goal needed to be done is discussed, and what are the changes that is to be done in the planned upcoming work is also discussed. The team also comes out with a plan for the next 24 hours and the team discusses any potential impediment or existing impediment that could slow down or stop their work, and that is escalated appropriately either to the scrum master or to the product owner. Daily scrum is mandatory for the developers and it is optional for the scrum master and the product owner. The duration of this daily scrum is 15 minutes, and daily scrum is not the only meeting where people come and discuss. The developers discuss with each other throughout the day when they work. The daily scrum helps in reducing the communication, potentially eliminating any other meeting. It helps in quick decision making and also improving the removal of impediments. So the next event is sprint review. In the sprint review, the team demonstrates what work has been done in the sprint to the stakeholders. So as a team, they inspect and adopt. They look at what was originally planned to deliver in the sprint and what was actually delivered. So any changes to be done, any adaptation needs to be done for the sprints to come that is planned. That is sprint review. So in the sprint review, the actual working product is given as a demo. It is not a simple presentation. So in the sprint review, the sprint team participates and also the stakeholders. The duration of the sprint review is maximum 4 hours for 1 month sprint. If the sprint duration is less, if it is 2 weeks or 3 weeks, then the duration of the sprint review will also come down. So the next event is sprint retrospective. This is the final event of the sprint. So the team inspects and adopts. The team looks back in terms of people, process and tools, what went well and what did not go well, and what are the ways of improving the way of working to achieve better effectiveness and quality, right? So they come out with a small plan after identifying the key areas of improvement, and those improvements, some of them will go to the next sprint backlog. So in sprint retro, the team participates and it is time boxed to 3 hours for a 1 month sprint. If the sprint duration is less than a month, if it is 2 weeks or 3 weeks, obviously the duration of sprint retro will go down. That's all I wanted to cover in this video. Please share your comments and also let me know any specific topic you would like me to make a video and share with you guys. Please subscribe and press the like button if you like the video, and also press the bell icon so that you will get notification whenever I produce my next video. This is Sarva signing off. Be happy. Love you all. Bye bye.